got a big update from Lue Elizondo, who he and Chris Mellon were in the White House talking UAP and the movement. Now you hear because of David Grush. This is one of the things. These are two of the people that are going to be in that skiff with David Grush and Burleson and other people. They were there. They've been briefing people, and the story seems encouraging. I'm going to read Lou's post, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Here it is. Here is the post from Lue Elizondo, who said, Chris Mellon, myself, and our colleagues were in Washington, D.C. this week and had the opportunity to meet with several senators, representatives, and or their staffs to discuss the current UAP and drone issues facing our nation. I am extremely encouraged and humbled to see the level of effort and investment by these officials. Please keep in mind that in our eagerness to obtain transparency, we need to allow them the necessary time to work on these incredibly complex issues. This is a great step forward, but we have to have patience as they begin to peel back the decades of denial and misinformation. I'm very encouraged by the direction they are taking, and so should you. Thank you specifically to Luna, Burchett, and Burleson. Here are the pictures of them in D.C. Yeah, it's like, look, the encouraging side of it is okay, yes, it is very encouraging to see that you have these representatives who have been, these have been the active ones who've been talking, that now they seem to be actually having doors open for them to discuss this more. You've got Lue Elizondo there talking. You've got Mellon there talking. You've got Grush now employed. So you have these people that we've been discussing for the last year and a half, making headway, it seems, to get in there and have the conversation, right? To get in there and figure out where we need to go, what kind of information we need to get to the public, how we bring this forward. Very, very encouraging. And yes, it doesn't seem like one of these topics that you are now going, that seems to be going away a little bit more. I can tell you that I have a friend who is in politics, and very much was interested in the topic and curious about it. And as he and I became more friendly, I started telling him kind of what I did, and he was curious, and I was asking questions about the business, and I told him about this channel because I have another channel that I do, and I told him about this one, and we started getting to the conversation in general, and I pointed him in a direction of a few different things to look at. And he's very much locked into the topic and paying attention to the topic because of, in the way that I believe that I pitched it to him, was look at these people that are essentially to him, his peers, that are covering this and paying attention to this. And it's not just this kind of taboo thing anymore that he, as an elected official, wasn't aware was happening. Because of what I talk about all the time at length of the non-media coverage to it, but you can point someone towards a rabbit hole, and that's what he started to do. And he started to look at these things and pay attention to it, and pay attention to the certain documentaries are out there, and pay attention more to the names. And then he and the people that he works with, he started having the conversation with it, and he started to talk to them about it, and now they're getting interested in it. Because when you have people of this nature that are covering this and trying to make headway, it's important. Now, the side of it that I get frustrated with, that you get frustrated with, is this thing of have patience. Have patience. It takes time. And in the clear-headedness of it, yes, of course it does, because there has been a cover-up for so very long. But there's also like, well, what? You guys have the power there to really knock some walls down. When you make some big announcement, make it big. Make it a big announcement, and not just, hey, we're closing the door, we're locking the door, we're getting some coffee, we might order some pizza, talking about some things. You want to know what it is? Nope, can't tell you. You'll never know. But we're doing it, so don't worry about it. We got everybody, the normal people that you know. No new names, just the people you know. And we brought that guy you like that was at the hearing, and he's going to finally get us into that skiff, and we're going to talk about some stuff. You'll never know what it was. You'll never know. But we're talking about it, so be happy about that. It's like, Lou, it's not that easy. You know, it's not that easy. It's like, yeah, have patience. No. No. That's you have the right to ask us to have patience. We have the right to tell you, no, we're done with patience. Because there are so many different topics out there that have, not to this extent, a wall of this secrecy and protection around it. There are that have also have things knocked down. Look, I would love to get to the bottom of the JFK thing and find out what's really going down. And I see that it's a priority, and I understand why it's a priority with Robert Kennedy Jr. I understand. I get it. UAP should be the first priority. Should be the first because of the answers that are essentially connected to it and what we could know on so many different levels about energy, about ourselves, about the universe, about so many different things. If indeed the certain things that people have allegations towards and have insinuated that there are, that to me is the most important over anything else. Over anything else, if you know that it is indeed can be proved. But like I said, I do think it's a positive story. I think it's a positive story that the players of this game are no longer being shut out of the meetings. They're setting the meetings. That's a step. It's a major step. So I ask you guys, what do you think? Put your thoughts in there. Do you think this is a big nothing burger? Do you think this is actually progress? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Thank you for being here. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Become a member if you want to do that. If not, get something for yourself. I'll tell you about a great sponsor, and then I'll see you back here very soon. Thanks again. Bye. All right, coffee drinkers. I'm sure you're like me. I start the morning and I need my coffee. I got to have 2 cups. That's what I do. Leave me alone. Don't bother me until I have my coffee. And for the longest time, I kept saying, I don't know. I don't like that bag of coffee. I don't like that one. That one's just decent. I have not been like that in a long time because I discovered Trade. And once I did, I'll never go back. It is a coffee subscription service that delivers freshly roasted coffee straight to my door. I love it. Trade is the #1 U.S. specialty coffee marketplace. It brings you fresh coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. Every bag is roasted to order. You'll taste it. You smell the difference from your very first cup. It just lights up the room. I'm telling you, this is so fresh. I feel like a coffee connoisseur now after being with Trade for so long. I just dig the different kind of blends. There's things that I thought I would never like that I've tried and now I love. And you have such a great menu and things you can just browse on their site, and they'll fit it right to your taste. It's brilliant. I love Trade. You guys know I do. I rave about it. It's like Christmas time every time I talk about Trade. Now, Trade is exclusively offering our listeners 40% off your first order at drinktrade.com/Christian. Did you hear what I just said? That's drinktrade, TRAD.com/Christian for 40% off your first order. Drinktrade.com/Christian. Do not miss out on Trade. You will thank me for it. I promise.